The countdown is on. Just 6 days to go until Hollywood's biggest night, the 89th Annual Academy Awards. The stars, the awards, the fashion, excitement is really already building up. So the Oscars are this Sunday, and this year there's a distinctly Texas flair. Texas-based movies and movies featuring Texas history among some top contenders. One of them featuring history made just blocks away from our studio here.
People like to believe in fairy tales.
You ready?
Of course.
And you?
I believe that the characters we read about on the page end up being more real than the men who stand beside us.
Captivating preview there. Lead actress nominee Natalie Portman as Jackie in an intimate portrait of the First Lady during the days surrounding her husband's assassination right here in Dallas. Joining me now to talk about the film and the big show is JFK historian and Oscar-nominated documentary filmmaker, Dallas's own Ferris Rookstall. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Alicia.
Appreciate it. So I understand you were called in to help make this film. Tell me what it was like to get that phone call.
All I did, in essence, was I was reached out by the production staff in France. The film was shot mainly in France, outside of Paris, and some of the scenes were shot here, but to get the set design correct on Air Force One, because a significant portion of the trip to Texas deals with the president's arrival and, of course, the departure from Love Field, where Air Force One is the centerpiece for the transition of power with Mrs. Kennedy, not only grieving for her late husband, but also the swearing in of a new president.
This film has been so popular, it's gotten such rave reviews, and now it's a top contender in the Oscars. Did you have any idea it was going to receive this sort of reaction? Did you know what you were getting yourself into?
Well, all I can say is that Natalie Portman absolutely, without a doubt, captured the essence of Jackie Kennedy.
What is it about how she played the role that was so convincing for you?
Her movements, the way she, just her presence. But there's been so many cartoon characters of Mrs. Kennedy through the years with Love Field and, of course, Jacqueline Smith playing her and other people as well. But Natalie captured not only physically the attributes of Mrs. Kennedy.
Right?
The accent was perfect, was flawless, was absolutely flawless.
Now, as a historian, do you feel as if the film really captured the essence, the truth behind the event?
I do, and it's a very dark film. It's not something that you would want to go see in a lighthearted mood, because you're almost in a voyeuristic history time travel in a very compressed period of time, which was a very unique challenge for the director. He had to compress from Friday, November 22nd, to the funeral on Monday. So in a very short period of time, he had to capture not only the emotional roller coaster that Mrs. Kennedy was on, but as well as the nation. And the music, which has also been, the score has been also nominated for an Academy Award. It was something that was especially powerful for the piece.
It really set the tone.
And Natalie did not even have a chance to hear the score and with the final cut of the production until after it was screened for the first time.
But you believe her acting really captured that mood?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
It was remarkable how well she did. Wow. And of course, her relationship with the director, they worked around Natalie's schedule in France. And of course, the director, he's Chilean. And the interesting thing, he's only 40 years old. So none of the actors in the film, the principals, were actually alive in 1963.
Amazing.
So they're recreating events, and they're taking you back in time, and the set design, the costumes, the sets themselves were constructed by French really fine set masters, people that had access to the actual materials that Mrs. Kennedy used in the White House.
All right, so we'll have to see how the film does when it comes to the Oscars this Sunday. But thank you so much for your insight on the film.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it,
Thank
Ferris.
you.
Jason?